I'm gonna make an example and allow you guys to hear the beeping that it makes when you're about to turn into a lane with somebody currently in it. Watch. I'm gonna put the turn signal. You heard the beep beep beep? My name's Toon.
Head underwater, I'm falling back into you. I thought we'd be smarter, I got nothing left to lose. You said you fall with me, no matter how far it goes. Down deep and under, we're stuck in this pattern, but I need you close. All I ever wanted was for you to prove me wrong. You're changing our colors again and again. I could never let you go. Something about you feels so different, makes me wanna risk it. Every time I look at you, you pull me back into your river. Swim a little deeper, I don't need to breathe with my head underwater.
Yo, what's good, guys? It's your boy Toon Dollars, and right now I'm reporting from South Philadelphia. Y'all see me next to the football stadium. Behind me, you see a 2019 Mazda CX-5. These are going brand new for $23,995 base model. I'm gonna show you guys the pros, the cons, and give you guys my overall opinion on what I think about the vehicle. I'm gonna be giving away an action camera accessory kit, and an SD card. Subscribe now. Let's take a look at the Mazda. Let's go. Okay, first thing you guys notice is that it's an SUV. It's a sports utility vehicle. This sports utility vehicle sits a little bit lower than most traditional sports utility vehicles. It kind of reminds me of an Infiniti, I'll be honest with you, the shape. But then again, Kia, Toyota, and a variety of other manufacturers make an SUV similar to this model right here. The front end, I think the front end looks pretty good. Check it out. It looks pretty beefy. I like the headlights. It has the dark black headlights with the halo lens. The front grille has the honeycomb. You got the honeycomb grille. That Mazda emblem is beautiful. This Mazda emblem right here, can y'all see me? Y'all see me sweating? This Mazda emblem is beautiful. It's big, it's large, it's in your face. I like that. That's an awesome feature. It would have been even better if it lit up. Imagine that. That would have been dope. But the front end, it has a really long hood. The fenders are long. The front end is kind of where most of, I would say, weight. Like if this vehicle was an obese vehicle, if it was heavy set, most of the weight is in the front of the vehicle. It has the fender moldings, the front lip, the side skirts. The fender moldings follow the design throughout the car. It goes from the side skirt to the quarter panel in the rear. One thing that I dislike about the fender moldings, which I thought was kind of interesting, check it out. You see how this whole entire fender molding is flush? You see it? It's flush, 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 flush. Then right here, there's a little hump. Just one little hump, a cute hump, not even an inch, probably maybe 3/4 of an inch, and then it goes back to being normal. I think that's quite interesting, strange. I don't know if you guys can see it better right here. Real quick, I had to look at the vehicle and make sure that it wasn't damaged. You see it? I guess that design has a purpose. I don't know. Tell me that purpose if you know the purpose for that design. So next thing you guys are gonna notice is in the rear, you're gonna see that the rear skirt follows its way around the bumper skin. And then you're gonna see, I guess these are turn signals. They're in the bumper lower end by the skirt. And I think this is a con because if someone hits your vehicle, taps it while they're parking, it's a potential possibility that they can crack your tail light. You know, the upper tail lights are placed in a higher position. They look beautiful. I like the design of this tail light. I like how it's black. You see how it's black? And then it has the red accent with the white. It looks really good. And it follows that circular design that the front headlights have. Right here, you see them boast and brag about the Sky Active technology. You see the stamp, the logo. You see a large Mazda sign. Looks pretty cool. They follow with the front Mazda sign. The front Mazda sign is huge, so the rear one is equally as huge. You'll see the emblem, the CX-5 all-wheel drive emblem. So this is all-wheel drive, meaning all four wheels move It's not front wheel, it's not rear wheel, it's all wheel. This vehicle should come in handy during winter storms, in the event of a mudslide or anything of that nature. You would have all 4 wheels spinning traction. As you guys see, we have our friend, Mr. Grasshopper or Mr. Cricket, or what is that? Comment below, let me know what that is. But he's joining us for the review. What do you think about the review, friend? But on the left-hand side, we have the gas tank. The gas tank lid is big compared to most gas tank lids. On this side, we're gonna focus on the wheels. You see the wheels? These are 19-inch Mazda CX-5 stock rims. These are not hubcaps, but these are rims. I know Mazda also provides 20-inch rims. I think they have 17-inch rims and 16-inch rims. The 19-inch is an aftermarket option. That's something you have to pay a little bit extra for. But the 19s sit nice on this. It would have been nice if it was the 20-inch stock Mazda rims, the CX-5 ones. But these are awesome. They look good. As you can see, it has the Mazda logo in the center. And right now, they are rocking Toyo 836 tires. Toyo is a pretty good name brand, and they look good. They look low pro in a sense. They're not too meaty, but they're not too lightweight. They have a nice thickness to them. Something else that I thought that was kind of awkward about this car is, you know how most mud flaps are usually in the rear? That's usually where mud flaps are located. Well, in this car, the mud flaps are located in the front of the wheel, which is kind of weird, because I'm not sure which way this thing slings dirt or slings mud. But as you can see right here, it got sling, or whatever you want to call it. It got debris, and it slings up. You see it right here? It slings up. However, they put the mud flap in the front. So I don't know if that has a specific purpose, but I thought I'd point that out. In the mirrors, you're gonna see there's turn signals. I like the fact that the turn signal is a nice, thin, sleek design. You almost can't even tell that there's a turn signal there. That's pretty cool. Also, the mirrors provide the technology that allows you to know if a vehicle is too close to you. So what do I mean by that? This vehicle is equipped with sensors. Not only is it equipped with a backup camera, which I should have pointed out to you guys, check it out. There's a reverse camera right here. It almost looks like a GoPro, you see it? That reverse camera and these mirrors are all connected to sensors. So when you get too close to a vehicle, or if a vehicle gets too close to you and you put in your turn signal, you're gonna see 2 cars here, and it's gonna show that you're too close, that there's a passing car, and you're gonna hear beeping on the inside. That's an awesome feature. Very, very helpful. I like the reverse camera, and I like this feature right here, it having sensors and allowing you to know when a vehicle is too close to you. Aside from that, you see the blue, it's like a sky blue paint job. Let's look at the color code. Where's the color code of this paint? Color code is 45P. That's the color code. So it's kind of like a sky blue, silver blue in a sense. The windows are reasonably sized. It also has a third window back here. See it? It's a little triangular window. That one's tiny, but these roll down. The rear rolls down probably to about there, and these roll down completely. Also, the mirrors are foldable. They're new, so they're a little stiff, but they're foldable for protecting purposes. Comes in handy. The body itself looks pretty cool, looks sleek. As you can see, there's a fender line that carries its way throughout the door, and then it fades out like right here, and then it kind of restarts again right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's kind of like 2 body lines, one body line right here, and then another body line right here. This body line fades off right here, and then a new body line starts right here. That's pretty cool. Then it has another body line on the top of the fender that works its way throughout the hood. It has a nice overall look. Right here, there's some hidden, what's that, fog lights? That may or may not be fog lights. But as you can see, what I was talking about, the mud flaps, you see how there's no mud flap right there, right? But then you look right here, and there's a flap. You see it? There's like a flap going across. So that's a little bit interesting. But aside from that, guys, it has a sunroof. Another cool note to mention is, if I'm correct, this happened a few times already. I've been driving this for about 2 weeks or so. These things have sensors in them. The wipers, meaning if it rains, they'll wipe the water off for you without you even having to turn them on. So it's almost like it senses rain, which is crazy. You know, it's pretty cool. You have your third wiper, you have your spoiler. Yours may or may not come with that grasshopper right there. You see it? 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 Oh, he jumped. I should have had that in slow motion. Another thing I want to point out that I thought was kind of weirdly interesting is this shark fin. You see it? It almost looks like a shark fin, right? I'm not sure if that's an antenna, but if it is an antenna, that's a clever way to hide the antenna. But check it out. Next, let's go inside the vehicle. So the first thing you're gonna notice in this particular vehicle, your interior may vary depending on the color you get and how much accessories and add-ons you add to your Mazda. This has full leather interior. Check it out. Full leather interior. The seats are pretty sporty. This particular model has like tan or orangish stitching throughout the door panel, and then some of the stitching up here is gray. And as you can see right here, you'll notice gray wood grain, like gray and black wood grain. It's not real wood, it's plastic, but it has the wood grain design, which actually makes it look good. It makes it look really good, and that wood grain follows all the way throughout the interior of the vehicle. Along with the wood grain, you'll see a chrome or silverish accent. You see the handles, the air conditioner or heater vents, the start stop button. You don't even use a key to start this vehicle. You just press the brake in, you see that green light, and it turns right on, guys. The dashboard has digital capabilities, so as you can see, the center is digital. The RPM meter is still traditional manual meter, and same thing with the gas and the thermostat. However, the center is majority digital, meaning it gives you an update on the vehicle, whether the vehicle's doors are open, the average mile per gallon. I really like that feature so that you know how much gas you're getting per gallon. I guess it will vary, upon needing a tune-up, you might get less miles per gallon, and after getting a tune-up, your vehicle might actually get better mileage. It tells you the temperature. It also has a compass that allows you to see whether you're facing north, west, east, south, which is helpful. It also tells you how much gasoline you have left on your gas tank. So for example, right now we're on less than a quarter tank, right? And it says that quarter tank can take us to about 50 miles of driving. So that's awesome. That's an awesome feature. The steering wheel is neat, it's compact, it's sporty. It boasts the Mazda logo with the SRS etching, which is pretty cool. I believe it's leather stitching also. It's small, form, and functional, which is pretty cool. It has all of the controls for the cruise control. You can go faster, go slower, set it, reset it, turn it on, turn it off. It also has the volume control for the radio, skipping capabilities. You can answer your phone. So this vehicle has a built-in microphone, and since it's Bluetooth capable, meaning you can sync your cell phone or Bluetooth device to the radio, you're able to answer your phone calls via steering wheel. And then you can talk. You don't have to have the device on your ear. You can just talk out loud and it hears it pretty clear, and the person on the other line can hear you. So that's pretty cool. Other than that, you see it has, traditional vents for heating and air conditioning. The air conditioner on this thing kicks butt. Like right now I'm sweating. Pretty soon I should be turning it on because it's kind of warm today. It's 84 degrees, hot and humid. It's been raining all week. So yeah, I'm kind of hot right now. But on the door panel, you see everything's power in this particular model right here. A little dusty. It has black shiny accent. It has a little holder right here with some rugged rubber. Same thing right here. The side pocket has like rugged rubber also. You will also notice that this has a Bose, B-O-S-E sound system. The Bose sound system is supposed to be a higher end factory sound system. It comes with Bose tweeters, Bose door speakers, and then I believe the back door speakers, and it may also have a small subwoofer. We should take a look at that. I'm not sure, I'm just assuming, but this thing does have a little bit of bass. I'm an audiophile. I love car audio systems, and this vehicle kind of surprised me considering that it was all factory. It did have a little thump to it, which was pretty cool. Last but not least, you have your dial to adjust the mirrors. So you can adjust your mirrors with this dial right here. It's all mechanical. Trunk popper, gas popper, the hood popper. TCS off, lane switching off. I'm assuming if you don't want that lane switching feature in the mirrors to function, then you can manually turn it off and override that, which comes in handy. Other than that, guys, it comes with some pretty nice Mazda CX-5 rugs, some factory rugs. I'm not sure if that's an add-on feature, but they look pretty nice. You have your turn signals, your headlights, your high beams. You have your mirror, your rear view mirror, and it looks like you can open up your garage door with it also. Right here, it gives you options, meaning you can sync that with your garage door, and when you're pulling up to your garage, you can open up your garage. This model has a sunroof. So you can open up the sunroof. You can just open it up like traditional. I'm sorry, it may be a little washed out and overexposed. You can close your sunroof cover, or you can open it manually with the button and then get some air, which is, you know, expected with most modern vehicles. The interior in this model is mainly black and gray. As you can see, the ceiling is gray, and then black everywhere else. We have, oh snap, y'all see my face. No peeking, no peeking. But yeah, you see that? Little custom feature, yeah, it's nice and fancy. You wanna be fancy, Mazda? Yeah, but check it out. So yeah, that's pretty traditional. Right here we have the glasses holder, or you can hold change and miscellaneous items, but it's like a glasses compartment. It has Bluetooth navigation. I'm sure navigation is an add-on. You have to pay a little bit extra. It has SD card capabilities, USB capabilities, etc., etc. You won't see the radio control dials here like most traditional cars. The radio control dials are right here in the center, which is interesting if you ask me, considering most older cars, everything is usually up here. I guess they wanted you to not update the sound system, but it comes with a pretty okay sound system. Here's the parking brake. You know how usually you have your emergency brake down here on your foot? The emergency brake is right here, which is kind of strange, but yeah, it's an emergency brake right there. It has park, reverse, neutral, drive, and what's that? Manual? Is that manual? Can you manually shift this? Somebody explain that to me. Aside from that, you can put it in sport mode. The center console looks pretty good. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna have to turn on the air. Please forgive me. Let's test this air together. Only if y'all can feel it. Woo, I'm sweating. Yo, I'm really sweating in here, yo. Woo! But now we have the air on, so I'm not sure if you guys can hear it. This air kicks butt. So if you're like me and you perspire often, fear no more. Mazda hooked you up with a pretty darn good air conditioner. The air conditioner works awesome. But let me put it to the front. Where we at? Where we at? Yo, where's the feature? Ah, that feels so good. Look at. How's my hair? Woo! She's got the urgent herbal. Alright, so I had to turn that off so the wind doesn't affect the audio too much. Right above the air conditioner and heating controlling system, you'll see it's like a black clear plastic. When somebody's not wearing their seatbelt, it'll notify you here. On the bottom, it comes with a 12-volt USB charger port. You can put one of your little cigarette lighters there so that you can charge your phone. The shift knob is black and silver. It follows the black and silver accent throughout the vehicle. You will also see that the boot is black with gray stitching. It has two cup holders. Right here, I got my phone inside the cup holders, but it has two cup holders. You can open up the center armrest and console, and inside the center armrest and console, let me try to point it. You guys can see there's an SD card port right here, and this thing actually comes with its own Mazda SD card. Check it out. So if you purchase this vehicle, you're gonna get your very own Mazda SD card. Don't hold me to that, but ask the dealer about it. Aside from that, it has two USB ports, so if you don't want to use the cigarette ashtray lighter up here, you can always just plug your USB straight here and charge your phone. It also has another cigarette lighter right here where you can charge your battery, use a tire inflation machine, etc., etc. And then it has like a little secret pocket right here. Whoa, look at, check it out. You see, this comes out and you can drop this above it. You can put it right there, or I guess you can go lower and lower, and you can hide things under it, which I'm assuming comes in handy. Before we get to the back, let's take a look at the glove box. The glove box appears to be traditional sized. This has the Mazda, you get the little fancy Mazda owner's manual. I can probably learn a whole lot more about the vehicle using the Mazda owner's manual, but check it out. And the seats themselves are pretty comfy. I mean, they feel comfortable, minus the leather. Me personally, I would prefer this with some cotton interior, but I guess to each his own. Is based on personal preference. Up here we have the traditional hand holders. These things have been around forever. What are they? Hand holders, safety handles. What is that called? They boast about the SRS airbag features, so I'm assuming there's airbags on the side, there's airbags on the front, airbags on the steering wheel, etc., etc. Here's the horn. You guys want to hear what the horn sounds like? The horn isn't too loud, but the horn isn't too low. It has a good tone to it. So just like the front, The back also follows with the same accent, same color. The only thing is there's only a window button right there. It doesn't really have many other features. And there's more compartments, more pockets. Again, the silver handles. In the back of the seats, you have pockets to store things. The black rugs. They're Mazda rugs also. In the center, you have a private personal heating and cooling vent back here, so the people in the back can get cool also. You have a third armrest, or we can call that a cup holder. Check it out, it comes out the center. Look it. And they got more USB ports back here. And they gave me a free tissue. Whoa, that was disgusting. But it got 2 USB ports in here. So far we count 4 USB ports. So let's say if you're in the field that I am, video production, and you need to charge things, guess what, guys? Y'all good with charging things here because you got plenty of USB ports to your heart's content. You can have it as a 3-seater, you can have it as a 2-seater. And that's about it. You have your rear interior lighting. The back, I don't know, as far as space, let me get in it so I can give you guys my thoughts on space. There's enough space back here. Like, I'm 5'10" and a half, roughly 190 pounds, 185 pounds, give or take. Maybe I'm under or overestimating, but I feel pretty comfortable back here. Mind you, I have not adjusted the front seat yet, so the front seat is actually really pushed back because I'm a big person, so I like to drive with my seat pushed back. I'm not sitting close. So considering that the seat is pretty much all the way to the back and I got my knees in here, like, I'm pretty comfortable. My right knee is touching a little bit, but I'm assuming the person on the passenger side is not going to be as far back and they may have more space. So this is good for kids and adults back here. I think they can fit fairly. It looks like you can probably seat 5, 2 in the front and then 3 back here, or 2 if you use the center armrest and you go on a road trip. But yeah, it comes equipped with the seat belts, and I'm assuming there is airbags somewhere back here also. Let's take a look at the trunk. So in order to pop the trunk, there's a button right here. You press the button and it automatically goes up. And then if you want to close it, you can close it manually, but you're gonna feel a little bit tension. That's because there's a button right here. You can press it and then it automatically closes on its own. And if you want to stop it, don't do that because you'll cut your fingers off. But if you want to stop it, you pretty much press the button. Look at stop, you see? And then you can go and then stop. Yeah, so that's pretty much it right there. So I'm gonna open it up just to give you guys an up close look. So as far as space, this thing has a good amount of space back here. It has more space than a traditional sedan vehicle. Of course, it's an SUV, so we do expect this type of space. You can definitely fit equipment if you're a musician, if you're a mechanic, if you're a plumber, if you're a cinematographer, if you're a hairstylist, and you got to carry around cases of equipment and materials. You can definitely fit a couple good things back here. Right here you see I have my bag with some extra action cameras and stuff, but when the trunk's pretty cleared out, it looks good also. And once again, guys, back here you'll see another battery port. Check it out. It's a cigarette lighter port, 12 volt, meaning you can charge more things back here. In this vehicle, you have plenty of locations to charge your items at. You have enough space in here to hide a couple of me. But yeah, guys, so the rear looks good. I like the way the rear looks. I like this feature. I like that technology. I also forgot to mention that it has dual exhaust. It has double mufflers for those of you who are exhaust enthusiasts. The exhaust doesn't really have like a purr. It doesn't make any real noise like how some vehicles, I know the Infiniti has like a little growl to it. This exhaust doesn't have a growl. Other than that, let me show you under the hood and then let's take it on the road. One of the first things I feel when trying to open up the hood is the weather seal. There's a weather seal right here. You see it? It's like a gasket. That's the first thing that I feel. Let me hook this up. Right now, this thing is a sauna. It feels like an oven under here, like a sweat box. If you want to lose weight, turn on your Mazda CX-5 and go stand under the hood. So again, you see the Mazda logo on top of the engine cover. This Sky Active engine technology is supposed to produce anywhere from 187 horsepower to 227 horses. I guess that depends on what type of add-ons and features you get. I don't know if they provide any extra power enhancements straight from the factory. I don't know how much horsepower this particular one has because I didn't dyno test it, but that's giving you a ballpark idea. The interior of the engine bay looks clean. Obviously, it's a 2019. It's awesome. You can see the welding beads right there. Check it out. Mazda doesn't know that I used to be in welding class, so I can definitely rate that bead. That bead looks pretty darn good. It looks like a clean bead. Looks like a roll of quarters laid out. Looks nice. The battery is hidden. It's a little bit in the rear. As you can see, you see the traditional technology like the alternator. There's a starter somewhere in here. You have your window wiper fluid reservoir. You probably have your radiator reservoir for antifreeze. You have your air filter. You probably have an ECU or fuse box somewhere around here. The heat shield back there. There's some headers right here. See, there's some headers. I don't know if you guys can see it, the headers. But enough of the small talk, y'all. I think it's time to give this vehicle a ride. You guys got a chance to take a look at the exterior. You got a little in-depth review of the interior. You can see the body shape. And now, let's take it for a ride. First things first, I want to put on my seatbelt. So, after adjusting all my mirrors and making sure everything is straight, throw it in drive, foot off the brake, and let's give it a ride. Now this thing is very smooth. Let me lower the air conditioner a bit, because I'm spoiled right about now. I'm enjoying the air conditioner. But one of the first things I notice personally when I drive this vehicle, aside from its buttery smoothness and silence, because this vehicle is very silent, it almost sounds like it's off, but it takes the bumps and the road with ease. It's very smooth. Obviously, because it's an SUV, that's one of the perks of having a sports utility vehicle. But the suspension is tight, it's stiff, it's nice. It's a 2019, so tight suspension is expected, but I like it. So when you turn the turn signals, the blinker is not too loud. It's like a low, subtle pitch. In some vehicles, it's a high pitch, a high ticking. It's a low tick here. You have the turn signals on the mirror too, so during the daytime, you can't really see them. But at nighttime is when you can see the turn signal on the mirror. The sound deadening or sound dampening, whatever they use to dampen the sound, is doing a great job. Again, I'm speaking as if the vehicle isn't a 2019. We expect this type of thing from a 2019 vehicle. It has 7,073 miles, guys. This thing hasn't even hit 10K yet. When I got the vehicle, I got it about 300 miles or so ago. I think I got it at like 6,800 and some change. And I've put roughly about 300 or so miles on it within the past 2 weeks. I haven't been doing heavy driving, but I have been driving it every day and testing it and running it in different driving atmospheres or different driving environments, such as gravel roads, turny roads, the highway, Philadelphia city roads, where if you're from Philly, you know that pothole heaven. We got potholes everywhere, and this thing takes them. It takes them really good, despite it having 19-inch rims. The design is sleek, simple, but effective. One thing that I thought that was funny is right here, it has set 1 and 2. You can set a manual setting for your seat adjustment, or it comes with 2 preset seat adjustments. So for example, if I press 1, watch what happens. 1. Oh, it doesn't do it while I'm moving. That's another feature to mention about this car. This vehicle knows when you're moving. It does not allow you to work with the radio when you're moving. If the mileage is moving, the touchscreen no longer works. It gives you a little bit of features down here on the handle or whatnot. It allows you to adjust the volume and stuff, or on the steering wheel, but it doesn't let you touch this. I guess because they want both hands on the steering wheel at most of the time. I'll say all times, most of the time. There's certain things that you can't do when the vehicle is in motion. So as you can see, I tried to adjust the seat, and the vehicle is smart enough to know not to let me adjust it while we're in motion. Yo, it's crazy because when you press 1, it's like a transformer. Transformers, more than meets the eye. You press 1, it puts you in like this contorted position that it recommends for user 1, and then it has user 2. So it gives you 2 preset options to adjust it, which for me, I thought it was pretty cool. But right now we learned that, you gotta beep the horn when people get too close. You learned that we can't use it when it's in motion. So in a sense, the smart technology that they involved in this vehicle is very helpful. So right now the dash is reading 47 miles left. And it currently needs an oil change. When I got it, it didn't need an oil change, but I guess I got it around the time where an oil change was due. I'm assuming oil change is due every 3,500 miles. It has about 7,000 miles. So if they already did one oil change at 3,500 miles, then there's probably another oil change due at 7,000 miles and so on. But it's not necessary right now. One thing I forgot to mention, y'all, this is a dislike. Check it out. On the door, you guys remember the side skirts? Well, the side skirts, if you don't completely open up the door a couple times, I ran into it with my left and with my right foot, you see? Like sometimes if you get in out real quick and you open up the door and you go, bam, you can actually catch the side skirt. And then one time I tried going out with like my left foot and my left here, and then I tried to go out with my right, and bam, I almost pulled that side skirt off. So that design right there is kind of questionable. And another thing is, on the long run, that's gonna create rust. All of those things are gonna capture rust right behind all this plastic. And I would say 15, 20 years later, you might see rust patches. Like around here, you might see rust patches around here, because what that's gonna do is it's gonna capture the water. It might even start rusting the door. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I don't know, it looks good, but I'm not a big fan of it because of the actual function, you know, I guess function versus form. I'm gonna make an example and allow you guys to hear the beeping that it makes when you're about to turn into a lane with somebody currently in it. Watch. I'm gonna put the turn signal. You heard the beep, beep, beep. And on the dashboard, it shows me a vehicle, and it shows the rear left quarter panel out of this vehicle right here. It shows a sensor, bars in a sense. It's like bars, and it lets you know if there's people within that perimeter. So don't turn yet. Watch. See, it's beeping again. And then right here on the mirror, I see the blinking car. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if the cameras are doing justice, but that feature is awesome. That feature is really, really, really cool. And I'm not too much of a speed demon, but if you want the power, look at it. It's there. It's there. You got all four wheels spinning. You know what I think we should do? I think we should take this to the highway. Let's take this to the highway. And our last test of the day will be cruise control. So currently we're traveling at about 50 miles an hour. I'm about to lane switch. Check it out, check it out. And then I'm going to turn the cruise control mode on. Check it out. On. Now it's on, and then I'm gonna set it. Once I hit set, I'm good to go. Right now the vehicle is flying. Now I'm gonna slow it down from here. Press the bottom button, which is set minus, and it has set plus, and then you can reset it also. And basically I don't have to have my feet on the pedals, I don't have to have my feet on the brakes. I can have them on standby for protection, but now I'm gonna slow down via steering wheel. Look at it, I'm slowing down via steering wheel. So that feature is effective, it comes in handy, it works. The vehicle's floating right now on the highway. We're gliding. Almost feels like we're in a Cadillac. Anybody who's driven a Cadillac knows a Cadillac floats. It's like a boat, but this feels good. And this is good for long roads, you know, long trips. If you're traveling to New York City, to Florida, to Canada, and you're in this vehicle, put it on cruise control. Look at, we're gliding at like 59 miles an hour, floating. And if I'm gonna go a little bit faster, I just hold it, and we out. Man, yo, check out that Nissan. Terrible driver. Slow it down though. So yeah, guys, overall, I think this vehicle, out of, let's say 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, I would rate it like a 7.5. And that's with everything that we took into consideration today, with the likes and the dislikes. It's a great vehicle. For $23,995 starting price, it's not bad, it's affordable. And that's a baseline model. This does have the leather interior, and this has all the sunroof and the navigation and all the little fancy things. So that definitely might variate depending on what type of features and add-ons you get, because I'm sure if you want the baseline for 23, you're not getting the leather, you're not getting all the little accessories. But this was probably more like a $30,000 vehicle. They probably charged them, give or take, maybe a couple thousand more just for the add-ons. But all in all, I give it a thumbs up. It's nice. If you're looking into getting a Mazda CX-5, now you have a better idea of what to expect. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to make your best judgment. It's all based on personal preference. For all I know, you might test drive one and hate it. That's why dealerships give you an option to test drive them, and sometimes they give you a couple days with them at home so you can make your decision. Other than that, guys, that's gonna be it for today's review. Make sure to stay tuned, subscribe guys, turn the notification bell, and stay tuned for future car reviews. Salute, take care. I'm hungry, I gotta eat. Get in my belly.